is starting a rolling display today, just with this cloud cover as it is. Reds 8 and 9 you saw there slide to the back of the formation. He went to Loughborough Grammar School and graduated from the University of Newcastle with a degree in geography. We always think it's worthwhile that Red 1 knows where he is. And he's called the team into Diamond as they fly this 3G bend here to open the display. Now Ben's a former Harrier GR7 pilot, and like all of our Harrier pilots in the Royal Air Force, he's seen operational service over Afghanistan quite recently, where of course we provide close air support to the young men and women of British and our coalition allies on the ground there. So Red 9 is the lowest aircraft as we look at them now. Flight Lieutenant Zane Sennett, one of the third-year pilots on the team this year, watched by a former Red 9, Squadron Leader, or Flight Lieutenant, Andrew Keith. He'll be watching how he's doing in Big Vixen there, and also by a former Red 9 wide. Neck of the Swan, another wide and long formation. And it's generally considered that the further you are away from the leader, the more challenging the formation flying is and the position keeping. That's why we put our more experienced pilots in those outermost positions. However, on the inside of the right wing, just to the left of the neck of the Swan as we look at it now, you would find Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Chris Lyndon Smith. We call him Smiley on the team, and he's the first of this year's 3 first-year pilots on the team. Born in Kitwe, Zambia, he grew up in Cape Town and Johannesburg, and came back to the UK at the age of 10 and graduated from Wyndham College in Norfolk. Right now, though, making an easy job of the Swan reversal. The future of the Royal Air Force's combat air power. And you can see the shape of it quite nicely there now. Now I mentioned that Red 1 was quite a keen kite surfer, well so is Smythe. He's a former Tornado GR4 pilot and an instructor on the Hawk, but a very good kite surfer as well. In fact, he thinks he's better than Red 1, which I reckon is pretty damaging for his career. Enough about that, the smoke comes on as they pass us now in about a 3.5G bend in Typhoon. So there you go, you hear Red 1 give the command and roll, emphasising the word roll, and on the R of the roll, all of the pilots put in their control inputs to start manoeuvring at exactly the same time as Red 1, and we maintain this lovely, rigid Apollo formation. Flown in some very patriotic British red, white and blue. Hawk at RAF Valley in North Wales, which of course is where we train all of our future fast jet pilots. Now Kirsty's not only a great pilot, but she's a keen sportswoman, currently in flanker formation, but she's a very keen kayaker, rock climber and mountain biker, and later this summer we're hoping the stabilisers are finally going to come off her bike. Having served on 617 Squadron, the famous Dambuster Squadron, now based at RAF Lossiemouth, but during the Second World War and their famous missions, they were based at RAF Scampton, just up the road, and coincidentally our home base. So ladies and gentlemen, the Red Arrow's famous Diamond 9 formation, this is the Diamond Chicane. A much more dynamic performance, which we're going to start with the detonator. He's on the left now, the synchro leader. He's going to call a turn reversal here. That's the call. He and Planky cross right in front of us as they fly the Cyclone. Horse is running in towards Enid. Of course, he went on to fly the Tornado F3, which used to provide the UK and the Falkland Islands operational air defence. He's also been a flying instructor and a solo display pilot for the Hawk. Here are Enid then, for the very patriotic red, white, blue. This manoeuvre, by the way, is called the Goose, and on the left-hand side, Enid is going up into a steep climb. We call this manoeuvre the steep climb. No, we really should think of something better than that. I did speak to a young man at an air show last year who said his red smoke seen head on makes the mathematical symbol for infinity. So we call this the infinity break. No break. Air brakes are out now. These are double rolls. Side, you'll see Enid lining up for one of my favourite manoeuvres in the whole show. These are what we call rollbacks. 4 and 5 who shuffle up to fill the gap. They're running it towards us now, ladies and gentlemen, putting the Union flag into the skies above Lincolnshire, the 2011 Red Arrows.